you ever met someone who was always happy to help you out of a jam, but who always did so with strings attached? You know the kind I mean. The ones who will cover your rent when you lose your job, or who loan you a few bucks for groceries when you're a bit short because you had to pay for your kid's field trip. Or maybe you know someone who gives big, expensive gifts, or who makes generous, sweeping gestures, that impress everyone they know. Or someone who would literally give you the shirt off their back if you needed it. Or someone who isn't really much of a giver, but who very occasionally demonstrates a monumental act of kindness. Or who saves the day in some unexpected, but somehow life-saving way, every now and then.
So wait, you're asking if I know someone who is either super generous sometimes or all the time?
Well, yeah, but they always do it with strings attached.
Always with the strings.
Oh, sorry, that was just my imaginary twin sister calling in to throw her comments in. Kind of like a subconscious.
Girl, have you seen these filters?
Anywho, right. And while each type has obvious differences, they share that one thing. The gifts, the help, the support. Well, there are some heavy, high-priced strings attached.
Always with the strings.
And they share one more thing. Each is a demonstration of altruistic narcissism.
Wait, what? Are you sure? Come on.
Yep. We'll get to it. So be sure to stick around to the end of the video, because after I fill you in on it and explain why they do this, I'm going to explain to you exactly what you can do about it. That's what we're talking about today at queenbeing.com. How to spot an altruistic narcissist, what you can do to deal with one. So let's get started. Have you ever met a generous narcissist? One who goes out of their way to be charitable or in some way to sort of save the day whenever possible? You know that there are nearly always strings attached to any kindness they dole out. And you might be dealing with a form of manipulation that I like to call the Robin Hood technique.
The guy with green tights, Robin Hood?
Yes, the Robin Hood technique. It's named after the famous Robin Hood guy. You know Robin Hood, the character who jumped off the pages and into the classrooms, the movie screens, and the televisions around the world and across the generations. All because he chose to steal from the rich and give to the poor.
Oh, that guy, yeah.
Yeah, that guy. Meet the altruistic narcissist. Except with a narcissist, the giving looks more like material generosity, at least to people from the outside.
So it's like toxic generosity, but with strings attached? Wow.
Well, yeah. But of course, not all giving is created equal. The altruistic narcissist is a giver, for sure, regardless of their ability to actually dole out the cash, but they're giving for all the wrong reasons. Sharon Sony, PhD, writes that the narcissist gives from a depraved sense of self. She adds that in extreme cases, the narcissist will give even to their own detriment, noting that this type of individual may be addicted to giving, even willing to go into debt to do it. The giving you see is more about looking good than it is about the generosity of it all. In my personal experience, everything that a narcissist gives you comes with strings attached. I can't tell you how often I've heard a narcissist say something like, "I can't believe you won't blank," or do whatever I want, or "I can't believe you're not doing this even though I gave you blank," whatever the thing was, right? So this brings us to narcissistic injury.
Oh, you mean that poor me crap, huh?
Something like that. It's exhaustive, to say the very least. And when they don't get what they want, narcissists will go immediately into the standard victim martyr mode.
I give and I give and I give and nobody helps me. Nobody cares about anything I do. Oh my gosh, all poor me.
Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, around here, we call that narcissistic injury.
Like I said, the poor me thing. Ugh.
Yes. And speaking of the side effects that come along with this type of generosity, there's one in particular that can make life even harder for the ones who love or live with the narcissist. It's all about control. There's always a trade-off for a narcissist's kindness. Yes, this grandiose form of generosity often has an even uglier side effect for them. Like I said, narcissists will often use their ability to give stuff to people as a way to exert some level of control over their lives. See, the narcissist is no dummy. They know that the best way to keep you around is to make you dependent on them. The more they make you feel like you need them, the lower the chances are that you're going to be able to walk away.
For real?
Yeah. So they encourage you to become dependent. This way they're never alone. You become their permanent in-house source of narcissistic supply.
I can't even.
I already know. And of course it's all calculated. Yeah. Remember, a narcissist doesn't do anything without considering what they're going to get out of that deal.
So altruistic means they're out to mess up your life? That's altruism?
That's not altruism, honey. Don't let the narcissist fool you. All they're doing is making sure you feel good and indebted to them so that you'll stick around and keep being their narcissistic supply. But the people who aren't inside the narcissist's quietly controlling bubble can't be as easily controlled, and the narcissist, he or she needs those people to be impressed by them, and in some ways, dependent on them.
For real? For real, for real?
Yeah, for real, for real.
Okay, but how does a narcissist get a smart person under control?
Great question. Anyone a narcissist lives with and in any way supports will often be reminded of where they might otherwise be.
You'll be homeless. You'll have nothing.
Right. But outsiders need a little more coaxing before they'll start to submit to the narcissist. By providing benefits to outside friends, the narcissist cements their loyalty. In their twisted mind, the narcissist creates a sense of obligation for their friends by being an altruist. Do you get it? Which, of course, is precisely why the narcissist must continue to do whatever is necessary to get the attention they so clearly desire. But what happens if the narcissist isn't rich, or if they use up all of your family's resources trying to impress people who don't matter? What if they give away your things, your food, your kids' toys, all your money?
I would be so mad.
Of course you would. But what happens if you complain?
Well, I mean, it's the same thing that happens if you say anything other than, oh my God, you're so amazing.
Right. The narcissist will likely make a point of belittling you for not being better somehow, or for not thinking the same way they think. Your intelligence and your sincerity will be questioned, at the very least. Your sanity will, of course, eventually also be in question. Do you find that at this point, your mind wanders and you realize that this is all part of a grand toxic cycle that technically could continue forever?
Yup.
What do you do next? Are you stuck forever?
Nope.
Heck no, that's right. But you do have some serious thinking to do.
Dang it.
I know. But you have to choose whether you're going to spend the rest of your life trying to make a perpetually miserable person happy and failing regularly, or if you're going to spend it living for yourself, doing what makes you happy, or at least what makes you feel peaceful and comfortable. Or if you're really doing it right, you'll spend it searching for, digging into, and falling in love with your true self and your true passion and your purpose, your reason for being.
Hint, hint. Choose yourself, please.
My point is that you shouldn't resign yourself to some mystical force you're calling fate or destiny. You can take control of your own life from now on.
Sure. Just take control.
Well, you have to see that you're not powerless here. It's not just something else happening to you. Life isn't just happening to you. You have to realize how much control you have over the effect you have on your experience and your reality. I know that sounds complicated. In many ways, it's really all up to you. In fact, it all starts with just a really simple ability to understand the situation on a logical level. Like I always say, look at it from the perspective of a scientist. When you truly understand the issue that you're dealing with, you really can start to move forward and work toward a way to deal with this problem and start to resolve it. Take the steps necessary. Understanding that narcissist behavior gives you a sort of playbook and a way that you can categorize the behaviors, and that being able to look at it and see it that way, it takes the sting out of it because it is just how narcissists are. Well, this brings me to the question of the day. And the question of the day is, have you ever dealt with an altruistic narcissist? And if so, what was your experience like? And what coping techniques worked for you, if any? Share your thoughts, share your experiences, share your ideas in the comment section below, and let's talk about it. As always, thank you so much for being a part of my day and a part of my life. And hey, thanks for letting me be a part of yours. It really does mean a lot to me. Now, before I go, make sure you take a look at the videos I'm leaving for you right here and right here. And while you're here, hit that subscribe button so we can stay connected and continue on this healing journey together. I'll see you soon.